Hello everyone, and welcome to Saviour Prime's Yavin for Stronghold. Now I tried to record this earlier on, but the sound didn't quite work, so hopefully it works this time. So this is the outdoor Jedi temple. So Saviour Prime is just going to sit down here, and this, by the way, is Saviour Prime. He is a droid, so he's not organic. He's a machine, essentially. He's just going to sit down there, and that happens. I'm not entirely sure what exactly that is, but it happens when you meditate at that. Now, over here is the Stronghold proper. Now, I personally think that this Stronghold here is the best Yavin 4 Stronghold, or at least certainly the best that I have ever come across. And I've come across probably more than, well, loads, probably at least 50, probably more like 100. So we have here, over here, the entrance to it. Now, as you can see, there are buildings that wouldn't normally be there. If you're familiar with the game, there are buildings that wouldn't normally be there on top of the Stronghold over here. So one on top there and one on either side. We have some turrets here, some tactical columns from Anan. We have some guards, Masasi guards, which are the native creatures of Yavin 4. These red-skinned, thuggish-looking brutes. And we have here like a little covered entranceway. So going up the stairs, we're going to go through this door, which now all of this, the floor here, the walls, the ceiling, the doors, all of that wouldn't normally be here. It would just be open, but I decided to further customize it this way. So we have over here a little laboratory. So we have some soldiers, we have quite a few scientists, we have a Kolto tank, we have quite a few consoles, we have some cell cath over here as well, and I think this is a little display thing. Yeah, displaying an Imperial gunship or striker, I think. Yeah, we have quite a few controls over here. Saviour Prime is being a droid, is a very technologically minded character, so you'll see an awful lot of technology and not a lot of organic stuff or more stony stuff, an awful lot of metal. But over here, this is one of the areas where you can't really make technological, just because it's like an impromptu fountain that's made just because this little section over here is ruined. So we have a little statue here with two Manan obelisks, some Imperial banners, and that light on the statue is caused by these two Iokath lights, which I believe are got from the Iokath Republic reputation vendor by completing like repeatable missions for the Republic forces in Iokath. And over here we have another little laboratory which leads to a further area down here. So we have over here a walker, we have a medical console, another medical station there, we have another walker and some more supplies, and of course lots of guards. We're going to see lots of guards over here, and here we have like a little shrine area. Masasi are sort of, what's the word, worshipping the shrine, and I thought you can't really do something in a creepy old temple without putting in some sort of shrine. So the actual shrine thing itself is from Odessen, from the planet Odessen. It's the Odessen shrine decoration, and in the middle, the thing that's creating the purple light is a Sith torch, quite expensive and extremely rare. And we have again these Iokath lights, which are creating the glow. It sort of creates an added aura of mystery. Sorry. All very mysterious over there. And here we have like a little area which I'm not quite sure what it is, if I'm honest. It's just like a little outdoor, maybe command center, command post, outpost, that sort of thing. And now we're going to head back in and proceed further into this main temple area. So we're going to go down here, and the reason why, by the way, this area is so well lit is because I have lights beyond these ones, above these, because normally this ceiling here wouldn't be there. So I've actually managed to put lights on top of them, as it were. And here we have a massive light from the Security Bureau decoration bundle. We have an Imperial Wall, almost as if this is a blast door, and it's like an underground bunker area beyond this, and this can like open up into, which it can't, it's static, but you can sort of imagine that it is. Down here we have like a well, you'll see, it leads to the barracks, but it's very, very well lit. Now this area wouldn't normally be at all as well lit. It's very, very dark, but I thought that a character who's interested in technology wouldn't have a dark corridor, or dark corridors, because there's two of them. The other one we'll come to later, but although the lights don't really fit the Stronghold aesthetic, they do light up the place well, and they're the best lights that I have for the job. Don't judge. And here we have the barracks. So we have Zakul, and that's from the planet Zakul, staffs or sticks, or yeah, those are staffs. And then we have here some Imperial weapons, so some blasters, machine guns, snipers, etc. We have beds, Imperial banners. That ruined head already came with the Stronghold. And then we have some munitions over here and some propaganda posters. And out here we have a little soldiers' cafe area, so like a little table, some couches, some banners, and two musicians playing I believe the Clue, K-L-O-O, Star Wars instrument. And we're underneath like this long bridge that we'll come to later. But for now, we're down here. But now we're going to go back up, back along the corridor, and up another corridor. And we're going to be going through this door, up yet another well-lit corridor. This is the other corridor that I mentioned earlier, to the forward command center. Now this Stronghold, I might have been a bit silly on the command centers. It has 3 command centers. So from here, this is what I mean by that ceiling that you saw earlier. This is that ceiling that you saw earlier with the laboratory area. And so I just managed to put lights. You can barely see them. Like these little things over here that are sticking out on either side. These are the lights which are lighting up that area. We have here like a forward command center, lots of consoles, these massive screens over here. We have some seats for people to sit down in, lots of Imperial banners. These little blue lights are called hex lights. I believe they're also from Iocath, and we have here like a large light projector thing. And we have these statues which are from the Rakata species. And these lights here, they're Republic. I believe they're Republic or medical lights. Now they're very expensive and they're very rare to come by, but the reason I use them was because they work really well here, because they shine all the way down from here, all the way down here. It creates this very nice lighting effect. Now we're going to come to that bridge. So we're now more or less directly above that Soldiers Cafe area. You can see it has a very, very picturesque view down here. to take in the view for a little while, and then we're going to move to the left to the medical centre. I think you've taken in the view by now. If not, you can always pause the video, and then we're going to go up here to the medical centre. Medical centre I actually completely built from scratch. Originally it would just been a flat top of the side of the temple. So we have over here quite a few consoles. We have a table with a Tukata, a dead Tukata. I don't know why this is here. Well, I put it there, I mean, but I don't know why I have it. I don't even know how I came across it, but I just have it. And we have some guards, the Imperial banner, of course, and this thing over here, some of you might have been wondering about this. This is a disguised terminal from a Galactic Seasons, which is like a temporary event. And this is from, I think, about 2 years ago by now. And this can make you into different things. So we're now disguised as Varo Tikal. Now, don't ask me who this character is. I have absolutely no idea, apart from that this character is involved in the Imperial Underworld. Sorry, Criminal Underworld, not Imperial Underworld. Criminal Underworld. And now we're going to go across to the other side. Jump up here, up there, jump. Going to go across here, and we're going to go to Savior Prime's office. Now, this sloping wall here has to be there, because you see this little glowing thing here that my cursor is on over here. This thing, when I click on that, I'm going to jump up, go through this ceiling, and then reach the main command center. So we have so that's why this wall needs to be here. Now we have a little display cabinet with a blaster, a plant from Voss, Selkath couch, another plant from Voss. This is a tree, and we have here like a little desk. Excuse me. And that would be Savior Prime's chair. We have over here a Sith intelligence watcher, so like an office desk spy, as it were. Think of her a bit like a Q from James Bond. And then we have a display for the planet Voss, and then over here is the planet Ilum, I believe, the ice world Ilum. Now we're going to go up through here, so this is going to be quite quick and a little tiny bit laggy, but that's just how it is. And now we're going to go through this door here, which is the Republic door, although I'm using a lot of Imperial things, but I ran out of Imperial doors. And this is the main command area. So we have the we're greeted by this Chiss man here, who is the same species of Grand Admiral Thrawn from Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars Ahsoka, which by the time of this recording has relatively recently been released. And we're going to explore the rest of this area shortly, but just through here. Now, I know that there was an office down below, but this is another office. Maybe this is the office of the person, of the manager of the facility, not the actual owner. So we have displays showing the planet Alderaan, which was blown up by the Death Star, a little desk, and we have here a Sith intelligence worker, or some sort of Sith operative, Imperial operative there. And here we have a plateau display showing the planet Ilum, which you can like sit down on these couches and have a board meeting of all the people who are high-ranking Imperials. And here we have a table here, display table with a hologram in the center. We can see planets. And over here, hopefully you can see it. This thing here this is a Republic Corellian gunship, and we'll see that later. Actually, in the flesh, not actually a full-size one, but a miniature one in a display cabinet. And this here, what we're standing on at the moment, is the roof of the medical facility, but it can also be used, of course, as a balcony. And we're going to just jump down and go along this bridge that I talked about earlier on. So we have here these great big columns. We have a little sculpture with some plants. That's from the planet Onderon. Hopefully you can hear me over the waterfall, because I can barely hear myself at the moment. And these things here, these statues up here, these are called the statues of the Noble Beast, or Statue of the Noble Beast. That's from the planet Makeb. And we have here security fences to limit the amount of people able to get through here. So at the moment, only about 2 or 3, probably at most 3, but easily 2 at a time can get through here, which just means that it's easier to defend. And we can have a look at the view from back here. Very, very nice view, as you can see. We have here some guard droids, like this little fellow here, and this one down there. We have a large Jedi statue. Very impressive. And a statue of the famous Sith Naga Sadow from the Star Wars comics and books, I believe. We'll come to this area over here later on. Firstly, we're going to have a little look at the relic/treasury room. So we have here the statue of the agonized. Yes, rather gruesome. Sith funeral urn, I believe. The statue of the Emperor. Sith amulet, which is, you can barely see it, but it is that little red thing with the little fastening around it in there. Another statue of the Emperor. A Dark Council statue. Sith armor display. Chalice, I believe this is a Sith chalice, and a statue from the Sith world of Nathema. And if we use one of these up here, we come to like a little altar area where I incorporated the wall Kolto sculptures, which look a bit like this, as you can see, with the baby progenitor fountain statue. So it looks like it's it looks like the water is coming into the Kolto sculptures, but actually, so it looks like it's water, but actually it's Kolto, which is like a healing substance. And as you can see, there are like crystal lights over there, and we have like a medical light technological thing over there. And here we have like a little cafe area. Say you wanted to like relax, entertain some guests, this way, and you had like over here these Jedi temple chandelier lights, which I know these are not chandelier lights, but they also function for some reason as floor lamps as well as chandeliers. And this is the Imperial Corellian gunship, sorry, Republic Corellian gunship that I was talking about earlier. Now you may say, why is there a Republic gunship display thing here? This is an Imperial Stronghold. Yes, I know it is, but I had to have something here, and this was the best thing I had. So we have some trees, some potted plants, more potted plants. This is from the PvP, that's player versus player event from, I believe, last year or the year before. When you click on it, you can see it lights up, and, well, it turns different colours. Blue, red, back to right, etc. We have like a little cafe area. And very nice views, as you can see over here. And now we're down from there. We're now going to go into this other smaller temple. Now this is the safe room, as it were. This is the safe room control center. So basically, if the stronghold came under attack, this is where Savior Prime would retreat to. And this little sliver thing here that is lighting up, this is all you can see of the control panel. Now normally it would be a lot bigger, but I wanted to keep it hidden so that people couldn't see where it is. And I've tried with other players. I've invited other players here, and they have tried to gain access to this place, and they couldn't find the control panel, so I think it's pretty well hidden. We come in here, we have a lot going on here. Loads of controls, armory monitors, Zakulan Sky Troopers, Chiss General, a large Gemini droid here, also from Zakul, Selkath researchers here from the planet Manan, Imperial consoles, let's see, Imperial banners. This thing here is from the Star Fortress operation, I believe. And these things here are sound effects things. These create some, but not all. Probably most of the sound effects come from the actual controls themselves, but they create some ambience sounds of technology. And going up here, we have like the what would it be called? The generator room. We have a massive generator up here. But this is like the generator room, which powers the entire stronghold. And going up here, we have three large columns and a gigantic statue of the Emperor. And this, by the way, is the Sith Emperor, also known as Vitiate, Tenebrae, or Valkorion. So it's not Palpatine. This is way before Palpatine was born. And now going up here, we have a staging area where you have loads and loads of crates, munitions, anti-air guns, a gigantic magnetic crane over here, just to put it into scale. We have quite a few workers. We have Kolto, which is, as I said, a healing substance. Lots of Imperial crates, a generator, things from Yavin. These are Yavin crates, Iokath crates. And these anti-air things are from the planet Manan. They're from the Manan invasion zone, and that's an area of the planet Manan. And this over here, this large anti-air gun but also command center, comes from the planet of Odessan, and that was just my character probably breaking a few bones on that landing. And we'll just get the character out of their disguise. Now this is the Odessan command center. So as you saw, there was a large anti-air gun which is just above this thing, and this flag here. Now you may notice that it looks a little odd. This is because this is Imperial, this is Republic, so it shows it's half Imperial, half Republic, because Odessan is owned by the commander, and the commander has people who are both formerly Republic people and formerly Imperial people. Hence half Republic, half Imperial on the flag. And just jumping off here, we're going to come to the very, very back of the stronghold, where we have two large turrets, also, as I said, from Manan. We're going to look back on the staging area. Oh, and that blue cage thing you might have seen, that was from, I believe, the latest, or the penultimate latest Galactic Seasons, which is, as I said, like a temporary event where you can earn decorations, bonuses, weapons, that sort of thing. And in the very latest Galactic Seasons, it enabled you to unlock a stronghold on the planet of Capero, which is Grand Admiral Thrawn's homeworld. So this is the underground cave area. So we have here a large machine thing. This is a living machine called... Wait a minute, the name will come to me. Zildrog. 3 heads, and he looks a little creepy. And we can see that it leads out to the sky. We have a little waterfall. We can just turn him off like this. And he's off. And we can no longer be creeped out by him. At least I'm certainly a bit creeped out by him. And then over here, we'll come to these 3 later. So this is this large thing here, which is this and this part, is the Crypt of Life Force. So the idea is that Savior Prime, who, as I said, is a droid and wants to live, as it were, forever, has to be seated in this thing. You can sort of see it's a seat. Sit in there, and there'll be some sort of power source on this, and then all these generators on the side here, and these 2 things here will transfer the energy from the subject on this to Savior Prime sitting in there, to enable them to constantly rejuvenate and repair themselves so they can live forever, as it were. And it's a very, very nice, very quite peaceful, really, underground area. There's not an awful lot going on here, apart from, of course, these strobe lights here. So let's have a little look at them. So this is the underground syndicate. The underworld syndicate disguise terminal. Enables you to disguise yourself as, in addition to what we saw earlier, a Gamorrean. Just going to bring ourselves into the light over here so we can see. So as a Gamorrean, who's now threatening us, as well as a few others. With the Imperial Trooper, this is the Imperial Trooper disguise. You can choose to be a male or female trooper and have 4 different types of bodies. There are 4 different types of bodies that are available in the game. I'm going to choose type 4 because it's the most silly. It is a very swole Imperial Trooper. Reminds me a little bit of the Ben Swolo meme, where Ben Swolo in The Last Jedi takes off his shirt and is extremely muscular and also very wide, looking a little bit more like a wrestler than a sort of Sith Lord. Though, is he really a Sith Lord? Kylo Ren, is he really? And as the Imperial Trooper, you can inspect your weapon, you can salute, you can kneel down as if you're trying to look out for something, or if you're undercover, and then hopefully that's not too loud for you. It certainly was loud for me. You fire your weapon. You can't actually use your weapon or fight whilst you're in the disguise. You can just sort of pseudo do that. Now we're going to remove our disguise, and now we're going to be one of probably the most repellent species in the entire Star Wars universe, a Hutt. You might be able to hear this character slithering along. And this hut is going to say hello to us. Well, wave hello to us, rather. And now, as this hut, we're going to slither our way to the very, very back of the stronghold, which is like an escape area. So we have at the back some troops, and we have a walker, that is WALKHAR, if I got it correct. A walker speeder, which essentially, if this stronghold came under attack, and the safe room that we were in earlier on, if that fell to enemy assault, then I could escape along here. Obviously, not disguised as a hut, because it means that you're incredibly slow, and then get to the very back, nip on my my walker speeder, and then speed away. But in the meantime, we can just appreciate the slimy sound that I'm making, along with the beauty of this cave. All the different little fireflies, and now we're going to see the light. And I have a feeling that our troops would probably, if these troops are actually players, they'd be very surprised to see a hut slither through here. So we have an Imperial Mauler there, very elite guard, 3 of them actually. 2 Imperial Troopers, a little crate, probably maybe like fuel or something, and then the speeder. And as I said, that is the stronghold. Yes, I know it was very, very tiring hut, wasn't it? But I'm afraid you're now going to have to remove your disguise. Yes, you're going to have to remove your disguise. And that is the stronghold. I very much hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for the next video.
Farewell.
Farewell indeed.